Hello and welcome to another quick video tutorial. And today what we will be discussing is how to create an editable PDF file that you can insert into your Google Classroom so that your students will not have an issue when they are trying to complete the work. So you're in your Google Classroom, you want to post some classwork, and you have your packet, that you clicked from the distance learning webpage, and you've already opened it. You're a sixth grade teacher. You downloaded it because you need to download it. You open up the file, and what? Are we simply going to add the complete file for my subject area for my students? No. So a quick and easy way to have our students be engaged in their learning. I'm going to go ahead and scroll through to the science area to use as an example. So I have downloaded this complete packet. Obviously, if you are a core content area teacher, you probably have the packet separate by content area. So for my example, I just went ahead and went to the area of science. So what I'm doing right now is I'm minimizing the size of the file so I can go ahead and see it fully in my screen. And if you have not used the snipping tool before, which is these little scissors right here at the bottom, go ahead and type it on your search bar and put snipping tool, and you will have it appear. So you can right click and you can pin it to your pin it to your taskbar, because I already have it there. It's not giving me that option. It's giving me the option to unpin it. But I'm going to go ahead and if you don't have it pinned to your taskbar, go ahead and click there, and then you will see it appear down here on your taskbar. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my snipping tool, and this will allow me to go ahead and make a screenshot of just the area that I want for this particular activity. So you see the little cross that comes out. I'm going to put it at the edge of my paper, click with my mouse if I have it, or with my left side touchpad button, and I'm going to drag it until I see the complete file there. So, okay, I did a pretty good job. I'm going to go ahead and save the snip. It's going to ask me where do I save it. So I'm going to go ahead and save it on my desktop. I'm going to call it worksheet 1. So I know that's going to be the first page of my worksheet. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I'm going to scroll to the second page. It's going to be this one. And I'm going to go into the snipping tool, go ahead and put new, and I'm going to again put the little cross on the edge and drag it to approximately right there, so that way I can make a copy of that page, save it. It's going to be saved as worksheet. Oops. Okay, my vision worksheet 2. Because I was already working on this earlier, I'm going to replace it and I'm going to close it. So you can do this process for all the pages that you need to create for that week. And so once you've done that, I'm going to go ahead and close out my packet. I don't need it anymore. I'm going to close this out and the web page as well. I'm going to leave my Google Classroom open, but there's two ways of doing it. You can go ahead and create an assignment right here from your Google Classroom, or you can open up a new tab, go into your app launcher or a little waffle or grid as people call it, and go into slides, which is what we're going to use. But because we're already going to embed it into our Google Classroom, let's just go ahead and create it from there. So anytime you open up your classroom, go to classwork, go to create, and we're going to create an assignment. So right here, I'm going to call it by the date. So it's going to be April the 10th because it's going to be due. And I'm going to call it my science weekly assignment. Okay. And I'm going to put extra instructions, complete the following assignment by Friday, April the 10th, 2020. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little, please view the following video to help you with your assignment. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my video. So I'm going to add it from a YouTube link. And since it's dealing with physical properties, I'm going to type physical properties. I'm going to search. And I had already looked through, and I'm going to go ahead and select this one, and I'm going to add it. Obviously, I would have already viewed the video before, so I could know exactly which one I want to insert into my assignment. And then I'm going to create my editable PDF. And this is going to be done through, I'm sorry, not through the add button, through your create button. So I'm going to click on create, slides, and it's creating the slides presentation for me. So you're going to see it's a blank presentation. It is not titled. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to title my assignment, which is going to be April the 10th, 2020, physical properties. Okay. Then what I want to do is, you notice that the page layout is not exactly the way I want it. So I'm going to change it under File, Page Setup, and I'm going to click on the little drop down, put Custom, and I'm going to make it an 8 by 11.5 page document. So it's in inches, apply, it'll automatically change it for me. So I'm going to select the boxes and delete them. A quick and easy way is put Control A, and it'll select all of your fields, and you can delete it. So now that you have your document ready, now you can insert your background into your file. So how do you do that? I'm going to right click on my mouse or right click on the button on my touchpad, and I'm going to change the background. So when you change the background, this will not allow your students to make any changes to the actual worksheet that you want them to be completing. So I'm going to change the image, and I'm going to browse. And I saved it on my desktop under worksheet 1, so I could easily find it. I can go back and delete them, and I can do this on a weekly basis. So once I have my image, my background image complete, I'm going to put done. And you will see that the child cannot make any changes to the background of this document. So how are we going to have the child complete little boxes? There's really two ways. You can leave a blank for the upper grade level kids and teach them that they can insert images, text boxes, audio, video. They can record themselves, put a little explanation, and put it into the Google slide. They can even scribble, which is drawing in there. If they have a touch screen, it's a lot easier because they can scribble on the screen. For this particular activity, I'm going to show you how to put in the text boxes. So you would click on the text box and actually create the text box for the fields that you want for the children to complete. So I'm going to write insert text, and I'm going to highlight the text by putting the highlight color as in yellow. So when the child sees it, they're going to be able to know that this is the area that they're going to put their text. So I'm going to click on the box so I can copy multiple boxes, and it could be easy for me to just drag and put the box where it belongs. So I'm going to use either my right click on my mouse to copy and paste, or the shortcut, which is Control C and then Control V. So I'm going to do the Control V 6 times because I see that I have 6 boxes. So I'm easily going to drag the box where it belongs. Drag the box where it belongs. Now, yes, it looks tiny on my screen. You can make it bigger. Let me go ahead and show you. I can zoom in to 100%, and I can see the text boxes, as I'm putting them. I apologize for it being so small. I just wanted to show you the whole screen. So now that I've inserted, let me change my view back so I can see the full page. So now that I've put my text boxes, I'm ready. This page is complete. I'm going to continue the process and I'm going to insert a new slide. And you notice the shortcut Control M, so you can just do Control M on your uh, keyboard and you can add another page. So I've added another page. Remember the shortcut was Control A, so I could delete everything that's on there, and I'm going to insert a new background. So I'm going to right click on my slide, change the background again. I'm going to choose the image and it was worksheet page number 2. So I'm clicking on page number 2. I put OK. I see it appear and now I have worksheet 2 there for me. So in this case, on question number 1, it asks for using a red crayon for the periodic table of elements, which I did not copy and paste for this example, but I did want to put in some examples for you. I'm not going to do the whole, obviously not the whole worksheet page, but so that way you can get an idea of how to complete it when you're doing yours. So I'm going to insert text boxes in all the areas so that so now that you have your text box, go ahead and put insert text. And I'm going to highlight the text by clicking on my highlighter with yellow. So that way the kids can see the area. I'm going to copy and paste the box by making sure that I click on the outer edge of the box, copy, paste, which is the Control C and then Control V. I'm going to do it a couple of times so I can go ahead and fill in these boxes down here. And drag and drop. And I think there's one more. Oh, there's actually one more that I was missing. So copy paste and right there. So now the child sees it, they're going to be able to insert the text. So let's say we are done. Automatically, everything has been saved to your drive. You already saved it under physical properties. So there is no need to share at this point in time because you already created it in your Google Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. And now here within your Google slide, you will see that you have your activity already in there. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. So here it hasn't updated yet, but the most important thing that you need to remember is right here, you click on make a copy for each student, okay? If you click on make a copy for each student, the child will not be able to edit your original assignment, okay? They will be able to create their own based off of their own information and making a copy for themselves, okay? So then we go to this right-hand side where it says, okay, where do you want to put this information? So we're going to go ahead and put this information within your distance learning classroom, which is the one that I have. It's going to be all students, and they can get 100 on it. I'm going to give a due date, which is for April the 10th. I'm going to allow up to 11:59 p.m. And I'm going to put it under the topic of April the 6th, which is the week that this assignment would be due. Once I am done, I can assign it. And now all of my students in that class will receive this assignment. Okay, you will see it now right here on the week of April the 6th, April the 10th, 2020 Science Weekly Assignment. You click on it and you will be able to see the video and the assignment. Okay, so from a student's perspective, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. So this is a student. And so once the student goes in there, let me go back in so it can refresh. So this is my distance learning class. The student is seeing my meet. It's open. They can click on it. I can go in and I can go into my classwork. The child will see the ones that they've already completed. The ones in bright blue have not. So now they see, the child sees the science weekly assignment. It was assigned. It tells the child that it was assigned to them, shows them the video, and it already, because I selected make a copy for every student, it already has her name on there. So all the child has to do is view assignment. It gives them our instructions as teachers. It shows them the video, and then here is the work that's been assigned. So I, as a student, can click on it, view my assignment, and put in all my answers without being stressed out. So as soon as I'm done, the child would just close it because it automatically saves it, and they can turn it in. They can even add or create things to go ahead and input for you. They can, for the case of the children that have paper packets, they can go ahead and insert their files in there. If they use any of these applications, they can insert the information too. Anything they save on their Google Drive, audio, video, whatever it is, they can add it in there and turn it in. They can put private comments for you or class comments for the whole group, for the benefit of the whole group. So this was pretty much how you can create PDF editable documents to post in your Google Classroom. I showed you from a student's perspective as well as from the teacher's perspective. I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and you can always go back into your Google Classroom so that you can see the assignments that you have posted. Now, one last little tidbit is remember that you can always move your topics around. You can move your questions or assignments to put them where they belong. So let's say you don't want the science assignment to show here, you wanted to change it, you can just drag and drop. So those are just little tidbits of information to help you along your journey through distance learning with your kiddos.